you face a challenge and you make the other person yours, the challenge is gone. Then nature will make sure that you have another bigger challenge. You solve that, another bigger will come. So life is like that. And that's the beauty of life. See, we have this respect, honor, reverence, love towards the great personalities, avatar Purushas like Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, Jesus Christ, Lord Buddha, you name, they are all great beings. What is real about Lord Krishna or any gods or goddess? What appeals to us is their quality first. Further, we don't know much. So we have to wait. In meditation, we remain prayerful, prarthanamai, without any expectations. That God, whosoever you are, I don't know you. I have to accept that thing first. Does anyone know God? No. So our prayer should be this, God, I'm sorry, I don't know you. That's the first acceptance. Second thing, we proceed with meditation, waiting. Whatsoever you are, I like to experience your presence and become like you. That's all. So slowly, we start changing, little by little, to the extent we can tolerate that level of purity. Instantly, if your personality is changed, what will happen? Your brain will not be able to withstand that change. So slowly, our system, the entire physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, it has to align with the pure vibrations that God is all about, say. It hurts me personally when we all think ourselves to be ordinary, layman. Have you seen a child being born, coming into this world? What happens? Mother is in agony, lot of pain, screaming, crying. Child is separated from mother, child also begins to cry. If child doesn't cry, then the doctors, they try to tilt the baby and tap it on the back to stimulate the breath and the heart. And if still baby doesn't cry, then everybody cries because it's a stillbirth. There is no life. So the crying baby gives a smile to a mother's face, even though she is crying at that moment herself because of pain. But the cry of a baby makes her smile. It's a sign that there is life. My baby is alive, well delivered, healthy. That cry is a sign of life. something that has come along with the body that keeps you alive is in you. Imagine you are in Kanha and at tonight, 12 at midnight, it decides, I'm going. What will happen to your body? It will stay here. You'll have to be cremated somewhere. So from that moment you are born till it stays inside the system, in our body, we keep going. The soul that is in you, in me, in Lord Krishna, then, they are not ordinary. We become ordinary because of our own samskars, and samskars are our own creation. As you correctly said, our deeds, our actions, thoughts, our attitude, basically our conditioning makes us what we are. Rajasic, Tamasic, or Sattvic, in broad categories. Our heartfulness way is there to remove this conditioning, free us, so that the real nature of the soul is perceived, real nature of Atman is perceived. The greatness of the soul then manifests in us. So we have to recognize the greatness of that. So we are not ordinary, we are not lay people. If you continue to think that I am weak, I am lay, I am ordinary, then you will reinforce this. So it's good to think that I am on my way towards God, my Father, and when I meet Him, I'll make Him proud. And we are trying to meet Him every morning, every evening, every moment rather, through our thoughts and actions. Constant remembrance is one way of always associating ourselves with that inner deity. Life is full of ups and downs. Nothing wrong with it. For example, as a student, when you have to meditate and also study, being a housewife, you look after family members, sometimes they are sick, sometimes you are sick, financial problems, mental problems amongst others. So these are challenges in life. We have to face them, accept them. If you say, I don't want to face the problem, then you can be at a lot of peace. Right? Today's daughter-in-laws, they say, I don't want to stay with my father-in-law and mother-in-law. You are at peace. But does that solve the problem? Does that make you a better human being? I don't think so. Once you accept the challenge and try to solve the problem, that makes you stronger. I give you a mundane, very small example that where you want to build muscles or when you want to lose weight, you go to gym. And what do they teach you there? They create resistance. They make you lift weight. And all those exercises are to create resistance and build your muscles. They'll, of course, first few days you'll have a lot of pain. But as you start seeing the results that, oh, I'm having my good biceps and my, six packs are developing, it encourages you, okay, let me do more and more. Similarly, in life situations also, when you face a challenge and you make the other person yours, the challenge is gone. Then nature will make sure that you have another bigger challenge. You solve that, another bigger will come. So life is like that. And that's the beauty of life. What happens to people who evolve themselves like great masters? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Kabir Sahib, Buddha, Guru Nanak Sahib, you name them. Everyone had their own problems. But they were not shaken by their personal problems. Then they borrowed the problems of their devotees. Then the other problem comes, how can I change the world and make it a better place? Earlier, you were limited to your own individual problems. Then you got married, then you have invited many other problems, right? And then you become saint out of the sufferings. And then you start worrying about the world problems. They don't end. Imagine God's problems. How many of us prayed to Him, please help me, please help me, please help me? Imagine even two persons coming to you for help. What happens to you? Even small help. You will say, साला बेकार आ गया मेरे घर पे से आता ही रहता है आता ही रहता है. So it all depends on us how we resist or accept problems.